Right. 203 to 3. 23 paper. 41. First you need to complete this. 35 10 times. Apart from 350 you still have 210. 35 2 times is 70. 70 3 times is 210. So 35 6 times. Total it is 16 times. Add 16 here. 979. Next 42. So first number comes in numerator and in denominator you will have 64 and 9. 14400. 64 and 9 comes in denominator. Yes or no? Right. So denominator is 64 9 times. Last digit verification. 4 9 times. What I mean to say is it's a non-zero number. It's a non-zero number. And numerator we have zeros. So your number should end with 5. Or 0. Yes or no? How many options are there? Only one. 25. Or else, this is 120 square. This is 8 square. 3 square. 8 3s 24. And numerator it is 120. 120 by 24? 5. Whole square. 25. Next. Forget about this. 14.8. You can take 15 times minus 0.2 times. As this is easy, you can do it later. Easy one eppudu last lo cheyali. Tough ga unde part mundu cheyali. So let's calculate this part. 12.3 into 8.6. 12.3 into 8.6. Forget about decimal, you can adjust decimals later. It is 123 multiplied by 86. 100 times, 20 times, 3 times. 100 times, next 20 times, 86 20 times. 17, 20 and 86 3 times. 258. Right? This is 100 times, 20 times and then 3 times. Now let's add everything. This is 78. 15, 105, 78. But after decimal you have one digit here and here one more digit. Total 2 digits. So it becomes 105.78. And now you need to take 14.8 times. Let's take 15 times and then you can subtract 0.2 times. 10 times of this number is this much. 5 times is half of this. 5, 2, 8.9. So from this you need to subtract 0.2 times. 1 time of this number is 105.78. Right? 2 times is 210. 0.2 times will be 21. 21. So you need to subtract 21 from this. 20 cancel. You'll have, after decimal you have some number. It will be definitely more than 1, right? Cancel that. 1500. 1500. 57 plus 8. 65. 57 plus 8. 65. 1565. Answer should be nearby that. 1565. Fourth option. Right? Understand? Next, 44. 45% of 720 is equal to 30% of how much? Percentage cancel. 0 cancel. 3 how many times is 45? 15 times. 10 times of this number? 720. But you need 5 times more. which is 360. Answer 1060. 1080. 1080. Mixed fraction addition and subtraction. Yesterday we have discussed. First concentrate on integer, then fraction. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 minus 1, 6. Plus, wait. What is fraction values? 1 by 6 plus 2 by 3 minus 1 by 4. Can you write 2 by 3 as 4 by 6? 1 by 6 plus 4 by 6. 5 by 6 minus 1 by 4. It will be definitely less than 1. Yes or no? Hence answer will be in 6 only. 6 and then something else. How many options are there? 2 options are there. This cannot be your answer because here denominator is 9 and LCM of these numbers is 12. LCM of these numbers is 12. You will not have 9 here. Right? With that reason we will go for 6, 7 by 12. Or else you have to calculate this part. This మొత్తం calculate చేయాలి. Which is not required, I think. Next. (46). Right. Take that right hand side number to left hand side. I think it is enough to calculate first 2 digits. 3 ఎందుకు? లాస్ట్ మీరు లాస్ట్ అంటున్నారు, నేను ఫస్ట్ అంటున్నా. మీరు లాస్ట్ అంటున్నారు, నేను ఫస్ట్ అంటున్నా. Need not worry about carry because you have huge difference. 87, 67, 76, 78 and then 75. Yeah, almost 1000 difference. Right? Don't need to worry about carry. Otherwise you verify last 2 digits. Now 63,251 last digits 51, 94. How much is that? 145. So you can treat it as 45. 45 minus 24, 21. How many options are there? 2 options are there. 76,821 or 78,521. Only these 2. So now you verify first 2 digits. How much is this? 63. And here 52. Total 115. From this subtract 37. How much you will get? 68. 78. 78. Fourth option answer. Right? Next. 47. Seven 2 by 7. How much is this? 51 by 7. 51 by 7. Cancellation with 7 with this number. 189 cancellation with 7. 7 gets cancelled. 7. 2 times 14 and then 7 times. And then you already have 452. Let's verify last digit. 1 into 7. 7. 7 plus 2. 9. How much you need to subtract from this number to make the last digit 9? Your number should end with 1 only, right? Then only number ends with 9. How many options are there? 171. Next. 68% of 595 or 595% of 68. I'll go with 595% of 68. I'll treat 595% as 600% minus 5%. Right? So this is on what? On which number we have to calculate 600%? 68. 600% is 6 times. 60 6 times. 60 6 times. 360. 8 6 times. 48. 360 48. 408 minus 5% of this. 10% is 6.8. 5% is 3.4. Now we got one number. Now let's concentrate on this. 43% of 372. 40% plus 3%. Okay? 10% is 37.2. 20% 74.4. 74.4. 40% 148. 148.8. And also you need to take 3%. So this is minus of, right? So we need to add both. So if you don't want to take bracket here, that will be again minus. So let's do it directly. Minus 3%. What is 1%? 3.72. Let's retest 3.7. No issue. 3 times of 3.7 is 11.1. 3 3 is 9. 7 3 is 21. That is 2.1. 9 plus 2.1? 11.1. You can treat it as 11.1 or 11.2, whatever. Don't worry about it. Let's add all negative numbers. 148 plus 3. 151 plus 11. 162. And then after decimal you have definitely more than 1. So let's treat it as 163. 408 minus this number, answer will be 245. 245. Answer should be nearby that. How many options you have? Only one. 244.64. $49. 35% of this number is this much. And you are asked about original number, x value. So can treat this number as 35% is equal to 2175.95 and 100% is equal to how much? Yes? This is what you are asked about. Using this I want to calculate 5%. Can I do that? Using 35, how will I get 5%? Divided by? Start. If you have 5%, you can calculate 10%. Yes? If you have 10%, you just need to add 0. Divided by 7. How much? 3, 1, 0, 0.59, 7, 8, 56, and then 5. If 5% is this much, 10% is 2 times of this. That is 6, 21. You are done. You are done. Still something. Who cares? Answer vachindi kada. 10% starts with 621, 100% starts with 6210 and something. Right? Next. X by 52 into 12 is equal to 252. Right? 12 how many times? 21 times. X is equal to 52 into 21. Answer should end with 2. 3 unnai. Let's take 10 times and then 20 times and then 1 time. 21 times, right? 20 times plus 1 time. 10 times of this number 520. 20 times 1040. 1 time 52. Answer 1092. None of this. 11.49 to the power of 4. Can I treat this number as 11 and a half? 11.5 to the power of 4. Is it okay? Now, are you comfortable with 11 cube? And then 12 cube? Do you know or not? How much is 11 cube? 1331. Into 11 is equal to 11 to the power of 4. When you have multiplication with 11, what you can do is 10 times plus 1 time. Or else you start with the last digit. 1 digit 1. Add 2 digits 4. Next 2 digits 6. Next 2 digits 4. And then first one. 14,641. 1 digit, 2 digits, 2 digits, 2 digits and then 1 digit. Okay? Or else take 10 times and then 1 time. So this is 11 to the power of 4. And you know that 12 cube value, how much is that? 1728 into 12 is 12 to the power of 4. Take 10 times and then you can add 2 times. 10 times of this number, 1728, 2 times, 34, 56. Add these two numbers, 20, 7, 36. This is 11 to the power of 4 and this is 12 to the power of 4, but you need 11.5 to the power of 4, which is in between these two. Answer will be nearby this, in between these two, middle number. Are you getting? 14,600 and then 20,700. Tell me approximate difference between these two numbers. 6,100 or else 6,000. Difference between these two numbers is 6,000. Half is 3,000. So when you add 3,000 to this number, that will be 17,641. So 11 to the power of 4, 11.5 to the power of 4 will be nearby this number. Yes or no? Middle number between 11 to the power of 4 and 12 to the power of 4 will be middle by 11.5 to the power of 4. Answer should be nearby 17,641. How many options here? Third option. Third option. Next. 52. First complete this bracket. 1347 plus 403. 1750. 1750. Subtract 1750 from this number. For time being, let's treat this number as I'll treat it as 2200. From this I need to subtract 1750. Answer is 450. If it is 2200, answer would be definitely 450. But this is 2 less. So answer also is 2 less than 450. Answer 448 divided by. And you need to complete this. 113, 27. 130. 159 minus 130. 159 minus 140. That is 19. Right, look at options. 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. 10 times of this number, 190. 20 times, 380. 30 times, 570. This is more than 20 times and less than 30 times. Answer, 24. Or else you can go for last digit verification also. 9 multiplied by 5 ends with 5, but you have 8 here. 9 multiplied by 4. Enta 6. Approximation sa idi. Exact kada. Correct na adi intaki. 19. Ade undi inka. Alright. More than 20 times but less than 30 times. No way. Answer ade. Next. 53. 825% of 330 divided by 507. 800 plus 10 plus 25%. Or else you can directly check verifications here. If you have any multiplications. This is 3 multiple? Is this 3 multiple? Yes or no? You can verify that. 825% of 330 by 507. 3, 110 times. 3, 1, 6, 9 times. 169. 825%. 800 plus and plus 25%. 800% of this number is 8 times, which is 880 plus 25% of this number. Half and half. Half of 110, 55. Again half, 27 and a half. When you add 27 and a half to this number, it becomes 1007 and a half. 880, sorry. 907.5. 880 plus 2900. And then you still have 7 and a half. So that is total 907 and a half by 169. This is approximate to 170. 172 times 340. 174 times 680. 170 5 times కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది కదా. 175 times. How much is that? 850. So he is more than 5 but less than 6. More than 5, less than 6. ఇది approximation లాగా ఉందా? Not exactly 5 times. More than 5 times but less than 6 times. More than 5 and less than 6. Only option is first option. Next. Under root double 8. What is 900 square? 810000. What is 1000 square? ఒకటి పక్కన మళ్ళీ 6 సున్నాలు. This is nearby this number, right? Hence your number may be nearby 910 square or 920 square. This may be 910 square or 92 square. If you know 91 square, you can calculate. How much is 91 square? 91 square. Hey, meeku cheppa already. 91 square. Paade meeru. This is 9 less than 100. 9 square, 81. Subtract 9 from 91. How much is that? 82. So 91 square is 82, 81. 910 square will be 82, 81 and then 00. This is again more than that. So for sure this is not 910 square. That will be definitely 920 square. So this value is 920. And you have 1.5 approximate. 920 square and under root both gets cancelled. 920 into 1.5. That will be 920 plus half of that. Half of 920 is 460. When you add everything, that will be 1380. Near about fourth option, 1400. Fourth option, 920 plus 460. 55. What is the approximate value? 565 plus like 82.5 into 44.5 minus 34. ఇదే కదా. 565 plus 34. How much is that? అదే 565 minus 34. 531. Plus to this number you need to add this value. Yes? 82 and a half, 44 and a half times. 82 and a half 10 times, 825. 20 times, 1650. 40 times, 3300. Right? So this is 40 times of this number. But you still need 4 and a half times. If this is 40 times, 4 times is 330, and then you need to take half of this. Half of this number is 41 point something. You don't need to worry about it. 3670. So to this number you need to add 3670. 3600 plus 500. 4100 plus 100. 4200. Fifth option. Clear? Next, 3 4 by 5 is subtracted from 6 3 by 5. What do you mean by 3 4 by 5? Mixed fraction. Convert this to improper. 19.5. So 19 by 5 is subtracted from 6 3 by 5. 6 3 by 5 in the sense 33 by 5. And the result is multiplied by 355. So let me calculate this. 33 minus 19, 14 by 5. So this entire value is 14 by 5. 5 71 times. We'll take 10 times and then 4 times. 14 times of this number is 10 times plus 4 times. 10 times of this number is 710. 4 times of this number is 284. 994. Next, an order was placed for supplying the carpet of breadth 3 meters and the length of the carpet was 1.44 times of the breadth. Subsequently, the breadth and length were increased by 25% and 40% respectively. So, at the rate of 45 rupees per square meter, what would be the increase in the cost? So, you need to calculate increase in area, then you will get your answer. Yes or no? If you increase its breadth, final effect goes to area. And if you increase breadth, final effect again goes to area. Single value changes for 2 times. To calculate overall effect, you can go for A plus B plus AB by 100. Or else, you first calculate the original area, increase its value by 25%, then again increase its value by 40%. Then you will get overall area. Difference of area and this number will be increased area. If you multiply that number with 45, you will get your answer. Yes or no? Advainda? Right. Now, so change in area multiplied by 45 is your answer. So finally you need to multiply with 45. Answer should be 5 multiple or answer should be 9 multiple. Is this 9 multiple? Can be your answer. Is this 9 multiple? No. This is not right answer. Is this 9 multiple? Yes. This can be your answer. Is this 9 multiple? Yes. Is this 9 multiple? No. This cannot be your answer. So you still have 3 options. Now let me calculate the actual area and then change in area. Actual area is length into breadth. Breadth is 3 meters and the length is 1.44 times of breadth. What is breadth? 3. So length will be 3 into 1.44. Yes or no? So this is 9 into 1.44. 9 into 1.44. Come on, how much is that? Forget about decimal. Forget about decimal. Amma? Take 144 times. Then you can convert that to 1.44 times. 100 times of this number? 900. 9 40s? 360. 9 4s? 36. Total? 1296. If you have 144 into 9, answer would be definitely 1296. But you have 1.44 which is 1296. 12.96. Now this is actual area. As length increased by 25% and breadth increased by 40%, area also will increase by same. Yes or no? Now, let me increase this value by 40% first. Then I will increase 25%. Order has no importance. Order has no importance. Whatever you want you can do. Or else calculate 25% which is 1/4. 1/4 of this number. 3.24. Increased value becomes 16.20. 16.20. 25% is increased, then you need to increase its value by 40%. 10% of this number is 1.62. 1.62 2 times. 3.24. 4 times is 6.48. Add 6.48 to this number, it becomes 22.68. So original area is 12.96, this is actual area, and increased area is 22.68. So near about approximate 10 difference is there, right? Approximate 10 difference. So and for every square area, every per square meter, price becomes 45. So 10 into 45, answer should be nearby 450. How many options you have? How many options are nearby 450? Only this one, right? Because 50 is already eliminated. 50 cannot be your answer. So answer should be 437.4. Why is 10 here? Change in the area. If you want to calculate actual answer, 12.96 into 45 and then 22.68 into 45. You need to take difference of these two numbers. Need to get those numbers and then take difference, which is again takes time. Answer is 9 multiple. With that reason you can eliminate fifth option. Difference is nearby 10, not exactly 10 but nearby 10. 10 45 times is 450. Answer should be nearby that. That's it. Next. The length of the rectangular plot is thrice the breadth. So length is equal to 3x. If you treat breadth as x. So area is equal to 3x square, which is equal to 7803. X square is equal to 7803 divided by 3, which is 2601. X is equal to 51. 50 square is 2500. 51 square is 2601. What is your question? You are asked about breadth. Breadth of the rectangle is 51. The same question if you are asked about length. Without verification you should verify 3 multiplication rule. Because length is 3 times of breadth condition that we have. So length will be obviously definitely multiple of 3. 59. Ratio of Rani's and Komal's age is 3:5 respectively. Ratio of Komal's and Pooja's age is 2:3 respectively. If Rani is 2/5 of Pooja's age, what is Rani's age? Do you have any information in terms of years? Will you get answer? No, answer rather. Years lo information lenappudu years lo answer cheppalem kada, right? Answer cannot be determined. 60th. In a mixture of milk and water, the proportion of water by weight was 75%. If in the 60 grams of mixture, in 60 grams of mixture, if you have 75% water, first of all tell me what is 75% of 60? Half and half. Half of this 30, again half 15, 30 plus 15, 45. So we already have 45 grams of water. And then 15 grams of water is added. So now you have 60 grams of water. Out of content, already 60 grams we have, and then to this number, to this they have added 15 grams. So total content 75. 45 plus 15, 60. 60 by 75. Cancellation with 15, 4 times and then 5 times. 4 by 5 in the sense what percent? 80%. 4 by 5, 80%. The sum of 5 numbers is 290. The average of first 2 numbers is 48.5 and the average of last 2 numbers is 53.5. Find the third number. How will you get third number? Sum of 5 numbers minus first 2 numbers minus last 2 numbers. And here you are given average of first 2 and average of last 2. So if you want to calculate sum of first 2 numbers, you need to multiply this number with 2. And average of last 2 is given as 53.5. To calculate sum of last 2 numbers, you have to multiply this number with 2. So to that number you are taking 2 times and here also you are taking 2 times. So you can take 2 times of sum of numbers, right? Yes or no? 48.5, add half here, it becomes 54. 54 plus 48, 102. 102 2 times? 204. Subtract 204 from sum of 5 numbers, which is 290 minus 204. Answer 86. 62. In how many different ways can the letter of the word smart be arranged? How many letters we have? 5. How many ways can you do that? 5 factorial. Do you have any repetitions? No. If you have repetitions, you need to divide number with the same factorial. Sum of 2236 is divided among ABC in such a way that A receives 25% more than C and C receives 25% less than B. What is A's share? Come on. A is getting 25% more than C. A, B, C. 25% more than C. If C is getting 4 parts, A gets 5 parts. 25%, we need to calculate 1/4. Hence I started this question with 4 parts. And B is getting, and C receives 25% less than B. So, this is 75%. B is 100%. You need to add 25%. Yes or no? Which is 1/3 of this. 1/3 of this. Yes or no? So I need 3 multiple here. Because we need to calculate 1/3, we need 3 multiple. So let's multiply every number with 3. This becomes 15 parts and this becomes 12 parts. If this is 75%, 100% is equal to how much? So this number, if you add 25%, then you will get 100%. 1/3 of this number, 4 parts. 12 parts plus 4 parts, 16 parts. So B gets 16 parts. Ratio is 15:16:12. Total how many parts we have? 43. 43 parts is the total. And you are asked about A share. A share is 15 parts. 43 parts is equal to 2236. 15 parts is equal to how much? 100 times of this number? 100 times of this number? 4300. Then, what about 50 times of this number? 2150. You have more than that? How much more than 2150? 86. 86 is 2 times of this. Yes? So you need to take 20 times, 50 times and then add 2 times. 50 times of this number, 750. 2 times of this number, 30. Add those two, 780. Yeah, 3 multiple okate unda? Yes. As you need to calculate 15 parts, this is 3 multiple, so answer should be 3 multiple. You have only 1. The average weight of a group of 53 girls was calculated as 58 kgs. It was later discovered that the weight of one of the girls was read as 65 kgs, whereas her actual weight was 45 kgs. What is the actual aggregate average weight of the group of 53 girls rounded off to the 2 digits after decimal? Rounded off to 2 digits after decimal, they said. What is the actual average given in the question? 58. But instead of taking 45, they read it as 65. And since they have taken 20 extra, yes or no? They have taken 20 more. To make it correct, you need to subtract 20. Can I directly subtract 20? No. Because this is average. From the average, you can only subtract average. Or you can add only average. So this is to be converted to average. Average of how many girls? Average of 53 girls. So divided by 53. 20 by 53. Near about 0.4. 0.4. Agreed? Yes or no? Right. If you subtract 0.4 from this, 57.6. Answer should be nearby that. Fourth option. $65. What would be the compound interest obtained on an amount of 20,000 at the rate of 15% per annum after 4 years? It asks about only compound interest. Compound interest only, right? Right, for 4 years. Write your principal and then start. Your principal is 20,000. First year interest, second year interest, third year interest, fourth year interest. As the rate of interest is 15% per annum, we are going for addition method. In place of 15%, if you have either 10% or 20% or 30, round figure, we would go for powers method. As this is non-round figure, we'll have to go for addition method. 10% of this, 2000. 5%, 1000. Total 3000. We calculate compound interest on the numbers we see there. Yes or no? Right, now for the second year interest you have to calculate 15% on both the numbers. On this you already know this as 3000. To this number you just need to add 15%. So that will be 3000 plus 15% is 10% is 300, 5% 150, 15% 450. So second year interest is that much. And third year you need to calculate 15% on three numbers. Of these two together it is 3450. So now the only difference is 3450 plus 15% of this. 10% is 345. 5% is 172.5. Total 517.5. So to this number you need to add 517.5. Yes? 3967. 3967.5. Now for the fourth year you need to calculate 15% on all the numbers. Of these three it is 3967.5. So now you have to add 15% of this. Look at your options. Are these very close to each other? No. 10% is 10% is Ade 396.4. Enta? Approximate 400. 5% is 200. 15% is 600. Add 600 to this number. Add 600 to this number. 45. Now you need to add everything. 3000, 3000, 3000. 9000 plus 4000. Matladali. 13,000. 400, 900. 1300 plus 500. 1800. Answer is nearby this. Yes, you still need to add something, but as the difference in options is huge, you need not to calculate exact value. Okay now? What is the speed of the car? Speed of the car. Distance by time. You need to know distance and then time taken. Will you get answer from first information? The car covers a distance of 135 kilometers in 3 hours. Will you get answer? Yes. One alone is sufficient. Will you get answer from second one? If you get answer from first one, definitely you will get it from second one also. 2 times kada? 2 times 2 times 2. 1 alone is sufficient or 2 alone is sufficient? What is the value of the 2-digit number? The product of the digits is 72 and the difference between the digits is 1. So you need to write 72 as product of two numbers where the difference is equal to 1. 8972. Difference is 1. Will you get answer from one alone or not? Yes or no? No. Answer can be 89 or 98. Which is correct? Don't know. So 1 is not sufficient. A alone is not sufficient. The digit at the units place is greater than the other. Only using B? No. 1 and 2? Yes. Digit in units place is greater than the other digit. So 98 cannot be your answer. 89 is right answer. So A and B both are required. Next, 73. The ratio of, what is the ratio of the total number of girls to total number of boys in a college? Number of boys to number of girls ratio in that college. There are 2,500 students in the college, out of which 40% are girls, 40% are boys. Is A alone sufficient? Yes sir. How? 40% boys and remaining girls hotara? Moodo category gurtichara miru? Yeah, to be frank, this is universal condition. Amma? అర్థం కాల వినలా అన్న రెండోసారి డౌట్ వస్తుందా అందులోనే ఉంటారా ఏమయ్యా గుర్తు పెట్టుకున్నారంటేనా చెప్తున్నా కదా, చంపేస్తారు నిన్ను అసలు. 40% are boys, girls 60%. Ratio between girls to boys. We can calculate. That is universal statement. A alone is sufficient. Actually గా ఇప్పుడున్న రూల్ ప్రకారం అయితే గవర్నమెంట్ అప్లికేషన్ ఫామ్స్ లో ప్రతి దానిలో జెండర్స్ లో 3 ఉంటాయి. సుప్రీంకోర్టు ఆథరైజ్ చేసింది వాళ్ళని. థర్డ్ జెండర్ ఈజ్ accepted by Supreme Court. And very recent, one transgender got placed not as a police గురించి మాట్లాడలేదు, పోలీసులో ఉన్నారు, పోలీసులో సెలెక్ట్ అయ్యారు. అసిస్టెంట్ లోకో పైలట్ ఐ థింక్, ALP. One transgender is selected as assistant loco pilot. They can apply for any exam, any central government exam. Official, it's official. కాకపోతే మన యూనివర్సల్ కండిషన్స్ లో అది లేదు ప్రస్తుతానికి, ఇంకా రాలా మన ఎగ్జామ్స్ లో. కాబట్టి 40% ఆర్ బాయ్స్, రిమైనింగ్ 60% గోస్ టు గర్ల్స్. దట్స్ ఇట్. నెక్స్ట్, A alone is sufficient. ఇది వేరే ఎవరిని తక్కువ చేయడానికి కాదు నేను చెప్పింది, ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కోసం మాత్రమే చెప్పాను. నేను ఇందాక చెప్పిన మాటలు అసిస్టెంట్ లోకో పైలట్కి లేకపోతే పోలీస్ జాబ్లో వచ్చినాయి అనేది ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కోసం చెప్పా. అంటే దెర్ ఈజ్ అఫీషియల్ థర్డ్ జెండర్ యాక్సెప్టెడ్ బై ద సొసైటీ. ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్, ద రేషియో ఆఫ్ ది టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ బాయ్స్ టు టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ గర్ల్స్ ఇన్ ద లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ వాస్ 5:6. విల్ యూ గెట్ ఆన్సర్ ఫ్రమ్ B alone? ఈ ఇయర్ కావాలి, పోయిన సంవత్సరం ఇచ్చారు. ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారో, ఎంతమంది పోయారో, ఉన్నవాళ్ళు కంటిన్యూ అయ్యారో, కొత్త వాళ్ళు వచ్చారో తెలియదు కదా. దెర్ ఈస్ నో అదర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. సో B alone is not sufficient. A alone is sufficient. Next, 74. What is the number? 75% of the number is 3/4 of that number. Avuna? Yes sir, right. Of course it satisfies. 75% is 3/4. You know that. 1/3 of that number is less by 27 of half of the number. Will you get answer from B alone? Yes. 1/3 of the number, x by 3. Let me consider my number is x. Is 27 less from half of that number, x by 2. You have one equation and one variable only. Will you get x value or not? Yes. You don't need to calculate the value, but you will get it. Next, 75. What is Deepali's age? Deepali is 2 times younger to Nisha. A alone is not sufficient. Supriya is twice the age of Nisha. No. 1 and 2? No. There is no information regarding number of years. 2 years back ano, after 2 years ano, ఇలా ఏదో ఒకటి ఇచ్చారనుకోండి, దాని నుంచి జనరేట్ చేయొచ్చు. ప్రెసెంట్లో ఇస్తే కంపారిజన్ చేయలేం, ఇయర్స్లో చెప్పలేం. నెక్స్ట్, (76 to 80). 76 to 80. Number of students appeared and qualified in an examination. ఈజీగానే ఉంటాయి, కాకపోతే నంబర్లే దరిద్రంగా ఉన్నాయి. It takes time because of numbers. What is the difference between number of students appeared but not qualified in the examination? In the examination from Institute B in the year 2004. Institute B in the 2004. And the number of students appeared but not qualified in the examination from the same institution in 2006. It asked about difference. 2006 and then 2004. Students who appeared but not qualified, right? Out of 1654, 1566 are qualified. Not qualified students in the sense difference only, right? Yes or no? How much is the difference? 88. In 2004 it is 88. And in 2006, out of 1440, 1165 got qualified. And not qualified students are 275. And you asked about difference between these two numbers. What is the difference between? You need to calculate difference. Instead of 88, you subtract 100, add 12. Subtract 100, add 12. 187. 77. What is the approximate average number of candidates appeared for the examination from Institute E over the years? What is the approximate average number of candidates appeared for the examination E? Appeared candidates average, right? From here every alternate number, right? 1530, 1886, 1808, 1806, like that. Now let's take numbers as it is. 1530 and then 1886. Next other alternate 1806. Next other alternate 1478, 1654. I think verifying last digit is enough. Hope so. Last digit verification is enough. 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 8, 20, 24. By, you have some number. Divided by 5 is equal to something. Ante kada? What is that you have in options? Oh. Radu kada divided by 5 or 6? Approximate approximate దగ్గర లాస్ట్ డిజిట్ వెరిఫికేషన్ ఎవరు చేసేది? అప్రాక్సిమేట్ చేద్దామంటే ఎస్ అంట. నీ పాడు అప్రాక్సిమేట్లో ఎట్లా వస్తుంది ఆన్సర్? అవునా కదా? రాదు కదా. 14 plus 16, 30, 3000. 3000 plus 1800, 4800. 4800 plus 1800, 6600 plus 15, 8100. 30, 80, 110, 180, 230, 6, 12, 20, 24. So total 8354. 8354 divided by 5. Divided by 10 into 2. Instead of dividing number with 5, you divide the number with 10. Into 2. 2 times of this. 1671 approximate. 78. The percentage of candidates qualified over the appeared from Institute D is lowest during which of the following years? Lowest. Qualified percentage is lowest in which year? For D, Institute D. Right. So qualified are in 2003, 1567 out of 1765. 1567 out of 1765. Approximate, wait a minute. What is approximate difference? 200. 10% is 176. And you have you have 200 difference. That will be just about 10%. You can treat it as 12%. If numerator is 12% less, this is 88%. You are asked to calculate least qualified percentage, right? This is 88. Now, using this number, let's verify other. 1024 by 1024 by 1574. This is 1000, this is 1500. 2/3. 2/3 in the sense 60/62 by 3%. Approximate 66%. Next, 1210 by 1754. What is difference between numerator and denominator? 500, 544 something, 544 something. Taraj cheddam lagani mundu number rainu. Other number 1145 divided by 1364. They are very close to each other. It cannot be definitely less than 66. This is not right answer. We are expecting least value. This can never be less than 66 because difference between numerator and denominator is 200 or so. 200 is more than 10% of denominator but less than 20%. So this value will be in between 80 and 90. 80 and 90. But you have 66 here. This cannot be your answer. Last one. 1210, 1214 by 1510. Approximate difference is 300, which is 20% of denominator. If numerator is 20% less, value is 80%. But we have 66. This cannot be your answer. This is already 88. Now, ఈ రెండింటి మధ్యలో ఉంది ఇప్పుడు, అంతేనా? పెరిగింది, ఇది ఇంకా పెరిగింది. కర్మ. What is 10%? 20%? 350. 350. 40%? 700. 60%? Into 3 kada 1050. వస్తున్నారు మాట్లాడటానికి. 1050. And still you need to add 160. 160. 160 is near about 10%, right? Yes or no? 10% is 175. 1% is 17. 175 minus 17. 175 minus 17. That 158. Near about 160. So this is almost 9%. So this is equal to 60. Where is this? This fellow. Ide 69%. Right? But whereas this is near about almost 66%. So where exactly we have least value? This is 2003, 2004, 2005. Where exactly we have least qualified students percentage? 2004. Next, 79. What is the percentage of candidates qualified over the number of candidates appeared for the examination in 2005 from all institutions together? Percentage of candidates qualified over the number of candidates appeared in 2005 from all institutions together. 2005. You are asked about qualified percentage over appeared candidates. So you have to add everything, that's it. Need to add all this. 1000, 1000, 1000, 1000. 5000, 500, 700, 900, 1400, 1800. Total 6800. 78, 88. Udle. 70, రాదు ఇంకా. 70, 80, 160, 250. 250 ఎంత? 70, 50. 8 plus 6, 14. 22. Now appeared candidates 5000s. 600, 500, 11, 18, 26, 32, 82, 8200. 50, 80, sorry, 80, 50, 130, 180, 240, 240, 440, 20, 60, 8460. Now 7072 is what percent of 8460? And this is what you need to calculate. Look at your options. Look at your options. 92, 73, 66, 83, 84 something. Now, wait, come here. What is difference between numerator and denominator? 13. ఆగండి మీ దుంపదేగా. 72. 100 తీసేద్దాం. 360. 88. 82. 88. 1388. Difference between numerator and denominator is 1388. Now I need to identify its respective percentage. What is 10%? 846. 20%? 16. 92. This is less than that. So answer is in between 10% and 20%. If this is between 10% and 20%, answer will be, numerator is 1388 less, hence that will be 10 to 20% less. Answer will be in between 80% and 90%. How many options are there? How many are there? 2 ఉన్నాయి కదా, 83.59, 84.32. సో కామ్గా 80% క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసింది. ఎందుకు నవ్వుతారు? Subtract 20%. 10% is 846. 20% is 1692. Instead of this, subtract 1700, add 8. Subtract 1700. Equal 6700. 62 plus 8, 68. Right? So 80% is this much. To this number, you need to add 304. To this number, if you add 304, it becomes 7072. Yes or no? Now you need to identify its appropriate percentage. If 80% is this much, 8% is 676.8. 4% will be half of that. 338. Do you have 338 here? So this is definitely less than 4%. Yes or no? So answer is definitely less than 84%. You have only one, 83 point something. Clear? Next 80. Approximately what is the percentage of candidates qualified or appeared from all the institutions together in 2007? The same question, I think. But this is now for 2007. Thousand, 5,000. 4 plus 3, 700, 900, 1100, 1500, 6,500, 60, 80, 140, 150, 240, 320, 320, 820, 10, 10, 40. Clear? Hold in. 1500, 1500, 1500, 1500, 1500. 5 1500s. 7,500. This is 100 more than 1500. This is also 100 more than 1500. Total 200 more than 7,500. 7,700. 60, 70. 130. 140. 190. 280. 280. 980. 4 plus 5, 9. 9 plus 4, 13. 90. Approximate adigindi? Yes or no? So it is 6,840 divided by 6,840 divided by 7,993. Percentage, right? So into 100. Anyway, you are asked to calculate approximate value. I will treat this number as 8,000. 3 zeros cancel. 8 times 64. 44. 5 times. I pay. Approximate kada 86.